Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here, we're doing it, and it's late. It's the podcast is late, and it's what it is. You can't be mad at me for this one. It's not my fault. It was Royal Rumble weekend. It still is my fault. I should have worked ahead and been more prepared for the fact that I wasn't going to do anything else this weekend besides watch football and grown men wrestle in a ring. But I didn't, and here we are. Who cares? Now you get it on Tuesday. Who cares? Everybody's happy, you know? Now you get two cool punting game things. Who cares, you know? But it was a fun weekend. Like I said, watched the Royal Rumble, had all the peeps over. All we did was eat a bunch of food, drink some beers, and watch grown men and women wrestle in a ring. Throw each other over the top rope. How can you not have fun? Okay? Even if you don't like wrestling, you know, just one time, you know, especially everybody's got Peacock now. You got the NBC Peacock app, you know. It's free. Comes with it if you pay for it. Just watch a pay-per-view one of these times. Invite the boys over. Invite the girls over, too. Doesn't matter. Invite everybody, dude. And just get some drinks flowing, some snacks, and just have a good time. Just have a rompus of a good time watching and just enjoying yourself, okay? Normalize watching wrestling on a pay-per-view Saturday or Sunday, you know? Yeah, everybody likes to watch UFC now. You know, that wasn't popular or cool for a while. Well, we need to bring back wrestling. Make wrestling cool again. That's all I'm saying. But we had a blast. It's always a good time. That's what the WWE pay-per-views are like a Super Bowl party that happen every month. I mean, everybody likes a Super Bowl party, but it only happens once a year. That's not fun. Only once a year I get to look forward to hanging out with everybody and watch football? No. Okay, that's why wrestling is there. Okay, you got to get into it. And then you spend all day Sunday, because the pay-per-view was on Saturday, which it never is. So you had all day Sunday to recover and just watch the AFC and NFC championship games. Oh, heaven. What a good weekend, though. Other than the fact that the Niners lost. Fucking sucks. But it is what it is. Got to be there for the highs, got to be there for the lows. Boys played their hearts out, but they just couldn't pull it through. And it sucks. But it is what it is, you know. But now we're back to Monday, guys. Back to the normal grind. And I had something happen today that I wanted to talk about. Because I don't know how I feel about it. I feel I helped, but now I feel like I'm being shamed for it, you know. And not by the person who I helped either. That's the problem here. So, my girlfriend got a new couch. New couch. She's very excited. Wanted to get it moved in. She asked me if me and my roommate could go bring it into her house. Yes, my girlfriend lives in her house, and I have a roommate. I understand the dynamic there. She's doing way better than me, and it's good. Somebody's got to be doing good, okay? So she asked if we could come over to the house and move the couch in. And she says, I'll pay you guys $20 each to come over and do it, because we had to do it right after work. And it's like, all right, yeah, no, that's no problem. I'll come over and do that. And I was planning on helping her do it anyway for free, but then she threw in $20. And she asked me to bring my roommate because she hurt her back trying to move it herself. And I'm like, all right, that's fine, no big deal. And so we come over, we move the couch, not a big deal. It takes less than 5 minutes to get it in the house. No problem whatsoever. Just two dudes, just two burly men carrying a couch in the house. No problem, you know. It is light work, you know. Me moving couches like it's our fucking day job, you know. Not a big deal. And we get done, get paid, and we head out. And then I get some texts from my girlfriend. She's on her way to a chiropractic appointment because her back hurts. As previously mentioned, why she couldn't bring the couch in. And she tells me that she told her chiropractor that we came over and helped move in her new couch. And she said that she paid us to do it. And her chiropractor turns to her like, you had to pay your boyfriend to get the couch in the house. And she goes, yeah. And he took the money. She goes, yeah. And she goes, Chivalry is dead. What? And I was like, that's a pretty low blow, in my opinion. That's not true. I was going to come over and do it anyway. And there was no mention of money. It's only when we needed an extra set of hands that she threw in money, and she said she'd pay me too. And in this economy, how am I supposed to turn down $20? I mean, that's half a tank of gas. You know, like I can't. That's a that's a couple days worth of groceries right there. $20. You know how expensive bananas and eggs are right now? I need that $20. I'm not gonna say no to it. You know, so I feel like I'm being attacked for not being chivalrous. You know, when I do a lot, I feel like I do a lot. I don't know. I'd have to ask her, I guess. But she told me she's just busting my balls. You know, then she started egging me on. She's really good at busting my balls. She gets me worked up fast. But I don't see, like, if I didn't ask for money, and even if she wanted somebody else to come help for free, we could have made that happen. You know, it was easy to get my roommate to do it because I was like, hey, easy $20, and he was like, I'm in, let's do it. You know, that's how you entice people to get stuff done. You know, whereas I could have just hit up my brother who lives in the same town and just been like, hey, dude, let's go. Like, can you come help me? He's not doing anything. I know he's not doing anything. He can help. And it would have cost anything. I would have bought him a soda. It would have cost me money probably to get him to move a couch. I would have been like, all right, man, what soda you want? You want a big red? You want code red? Let's go. Here you go, bud. We're just getting personally attacked. In this economy, man, of course I'm going to take the $20. Of course I'm going to do that. I mean, it beats normally having to do shit like that for free, you know? Maybe I'll start a moving service and I'll start doing that. And I'm not going to do that. That is one of, like, the most, like, thankless jobs that people do, like, is hiring out movers. I feel like those guys get, like, the brunt end of just, like, you have to lift so much heavy shit. A lot of times you're coming into somebody's house, which is like a brand new house for them, so they're really, like, picky about everything. And then they're telling you which room to take it to. You don't know what their fucking room is. They talk to you like you know where the layout is, you know? It's the most thankless job is being a mover for sure. Also, it's expensive for movers. Like, she bought this couch, and it was $100 extra. They put it in the garage, and that's all the far they would take it for the free delivery. Otherwise, you had to pay them $100 to move it the extra 20 feet through the door and into the living room. $100. So she saved $60 by just having us do it. And yeah, and she can rest knowing that her boyfriend was able to get gassed that day. Like I said, she has her own house. She's doing way better than me. I need $20 for gas to get me through this week. I do a podcast on my comic. I do 2 podcasts on my comic, okay? Like, things aren't going well. I'm talking to myself in a room. Raw's on right now, and I'm doing this instead of watching that, okay? My priorities are messed up. But it's okay because I got $20 and I got gas in the car. So I think I'm winning. So, you know, I'm sorry the chiropractor that she goes to thinks chivalry's dead. Well, I think you have a weird degree in a thing that may or may not help people. The science really isn't there. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. You'd have to explain it to me, or I'd have to get tricked into going to a chiropractic school. I don't know. Okay? But I'll be damned if I'm not chivalrous, okay? I open doors. I do things right. I treat her like a lady. I do what I'm supposed to do. Calling me out for not being chivalrous. It's not my fault, okay? It's activism. It's women's rights. That's the problem. No, it's not. No, it's not. I probably shouldn't have taken the money. Probably should have just gave and had told her to pay Sam and then just done it. But, you know, she paid for gas. I told her that's what I was going towards. I went right to the gas station right outside because I was running on fumes to get there. Don't worry, I had money to get gas. If you guys are really worried there, I'm not that poor yet. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But that was the craziest thing today. Chivalry's dead because I took money from my girlfriend to move her couch. In anything, I think that's progress in society, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think we're heading in the right direction there. You know, exchange for goods and services, you know? That's a service. I think she appreciates that I came all the way out there, you know? I mean, I work a manual labor job, and I drove all the way out there. Me and my roommate both worked this manual labor job, spent 8 hours busting her ass doing that, and we drove all the way out there, moved the couch, didn't complain, just moved it, got the extra 20, and went on our merry way. You know, it's a good time. Everybody wins. She gets her nice big couch. It's gigantic. It can fit her and her dog on it. and me, it's gigantic. It's great, you know? And it didn't sit in her garage all night, you know? So I think we're doing all right. Everybody's doing well. So, there you go. I don't know. You guys let me know. Is that a bad move on my part? Comment. Let me know. Like, did I make a mistake by taking money from her to move the couch? Maybe I did. I don't know. Now, I guess anytime she helps me with something, I'm gonna have to give it to her. I'm gonna have to start cooking more, or I'm gonna have to start bringing her money for when I use her laundry machine. She's gonna have a laundromat, and I'm gonna be her only customer, using her machine and stuff like that. Goddamn, I don't know. I think I might be on the wrong side of this argument, guys. I don't normally feel that way, but I'm definitely on the wrong side this time. It is what it is. You guys let me know, though. I don't fucking know. Let me know in the comments, All right, but I guess we should just get into what I found this week online, right? And I think maybe the thing we can all maybe agree on is the reason I did that is because I'm overworked. If anything, I'm working too hard, guys. That's why this podcast is late. That's why I took money from my girlfriend in order to move a couch. I think I'm overworking myself. And we're going to find out right now because I found a thing that says 6 red flags your body is breaking down from overwork. And that's probably what it is, dude. My mind, my noodles just going, I made a bad decision. And maybe we can counteract it and figure out some good things, So, for the first time, Mary noticed the headache at 9 a.m. on a bright Tuesday morning. She had a lengthy report to get through. She chugged a few cups of coffee and got to work. The headache persisted, and her shoulders began to tense, and by 2 p.m. rolled around, she was hunched over her desk with a throbbing head in her hands. Mary is a friend of mine. For weeks, she shared to me how she had an unusual, I don't know what's going on in this video over here, but these people all have like pink, okay, well that person had baloney on their face. I don't know what's, Oscar Mayer has a face mask. Do not eat face baloney. Why are people dumb? Okay, I know we were trying to learn about ourselves and how to take care of ourselves now. This is not how you take care of yourself. Oscar Mayer, you don't get to make a baloney mask, okay? And even if it probably doesn't do anything. It's just weird and a weird marketing thing. I don't know. That's a weird superhero. That's like a discount deli man. Anyway, sorry, I got real distracted there. That's ADHD probably. Who knows? I've been told I've had that lately. People are coming at me, dude. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, where were we? She shared that she had unusually impatient with her coworkers, snapping at them occasionally, and to keep getting these random headaches throughout the day. Sounds like your body is trying to tell you something, I gently mentioned over lunch. The truth is, Mary had learned to override her physical discomforts in the name of productivity. Goddamn, I know that feeling all too well. She has worked 60 hours a week with a consistent deadline looming over her, enormously believing that she needed was to learn how to better manage her time. Many of us are guilty of this, particularly now, but I believe the minding your calendar isn't the only way to keep on top of your busy schedule. Let's see here. How overwork leads to breaking down your body and mind. There are 2 major ways that you can overwork and reduce the longevity, writes the BBC contributor Christina Rowe. One is a biological troll. Troll. It's a biological troll. It comes out from under the bridge and eats at your biological being. And eventually you just become non-binary. The troll takes away your binaryism. The biological troll of the chronic stress with the uptick in stress hormones leads to elevated blood pressure and cholesterol. This troll is no joke to your biological feats. It eats at your health. Okay, toll. I'll stop with the fucking Scottish accent. She continues, then there are the changes in behavior. Those logging log hours may be sleeping little, barely exercising, eating unhealthy, smoking, and drinking to cope. There's the key right there. Smoking and drinking a cope. Oh, that damn, it's such an easy one to fall into. So severe the effort of overwork on our health is alarming. A new study in the World Health Organization and the International Labor Organization found that people who work more than 54 hours per week were putting themselves into grave risk, with 750,000 people dying from coronary heart disease and stroke. Jesus. Rowe notes that death by overwork doesn't happen overnight. It slowly accumulates over years. Ultimately, the problem of overwork and the ill health it breeds, that troll breeds within you. The biological troll breeds within you and it takes your health. It starts to steal everything, eating all of your insides. We'll continue if you don't make changes to our working lives. Okay, signs and warnings your body is burning out. I don't want to fucking read all that. Let's go down here. According to experts, rather than looking at individual symptoms, we should take a holistic inventory of our overall well-being. God damn it. I don't want to get into holistic stuff. Okay? That's hippie magic. We're not going to get it. I don't like fucking hippie magic, dude. I'm going to continue this article. But now that they brought in holistic stuff, I don't know if I like what's going to happen here. All right, let's see here. Here are some of the biggest red flags of unhealthy work-life balance. Okay, you stop taking care of yourself. Now, define taking care of yourself. I know plenty of people who only like fucking shower once a week, which is weird. But they don't. You would never know unless they told you. They brush their teeth regularly. I guess if you're not brushing your teeth, which, man, do you not have anybody in your life that loves you? That's like what the original quarantine probably did to a lot of people. You just stop taking care of yourself, not brushing your teeth. You know how many fucking dentists like rolled out of the quarantine just like, here comes the money, 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 because people just had cavities because they just gave the fuck up. Like, they weren't going on dates and shit like that. You only had to, like, make yourself spruce up enough for a Zoom meeting. And even then, you could act like, oh, my camera's broke. I'm sorry, I can't have it on. And meanwhile, you just have fucking halitosis, dude. Just the worst breath in the world. Yeah, I bet dentists clean the fuck up after quarantine. People coming like, oh, you got to help me, Doc. My teeth are rotting. Which leads to horrible heart problems. Like, take care of your teeth, people. Like, if there's one thing I can ever hopefully get across in this podcast, I ultimately always want to be funny, but here's just a tip. Just fucking brush your teeth, man. Like, it takes care. My grandpa had to have all his teeth taken out of his head just to get a heart transplant because his teeth had some problems. That's how bad it can get, okay? Just take care of your teeth and you won't have to deal with that. Okay, your sleep is out of whack, yo. Yeah, sleep. That's how ultimately I know something's fucking with me mentally, is if my sleep patterns really start getting jacked up. Which, by the way, fun side story. I've been trying to get better at sleep. I'm always trying to get better at sleep. I think that's the only place in life I can really improve on that means the most to me, is sleeping better. But I've been taking melatonin gummies, by the way. I've had people tell me they don't do shit. I disagree wholeheartedly, because they're great. I have some 5 milligram ones, and I was hanging out with my girlfriend staying at her house one night. She's like, "Do you want some melatonin gummies? I have some." I'm like, "Yeah, give me 4." And she's like, "4?" I'm like, "Yeah, like that's what I normally take at home." She's like, "What milligrams are there?" I was like, I didn't know at the time. I was like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Okay, well, here you go." And she didn't tell me that hers were 10 milligrams, so I took like twice the amount I normally take. And I was out, though. Man, was that a great night's sleep. I'm probably fucking up my brain chemistry by, the fucking with the chemical that helps you go to sleep. But hey, man, I'm sleeping like a baby a couple nights a week, and it rules. You skip meals or not eating enough. I've never done that in my life. I've never actually felt the need to skip a meal. If anything, I eat too much. If I'm going to be real honest, I'm kind of a fatty, guys. It's what it is. You're not getting enough exercise or to balance out your stress. That's always an interesting one, because what is the balance right there? Because I know people who exercise exponentially too much, probably, because they're stressed. Like they go to the gym because that is their stress relief, and they're exercising too much, therefore like putting their body through hell even more. So there is like that's the balance there. That's the other ugly side of that balance. Like you just start overcompensating. Start using the gym as your therapy bubble, and that's where things get a little hectic, you know. You're turning substances like drugs and alcohol when you feel overwhelmed. That's a classic. Oh, getting the old classic hitting the bottle, getting into the sauce in order to deal with your problems. That's an easy one to fall into. Sometimes, you know, I remember, you know, there was early times after college. That was definitely a thing I did. Just pissed off at the new job I got. When I worked as an event planner, the amount of times I'd go home after a fucking doing an event, pissed off I had to deal with the staff I had, and just fucking so irate. The amount of times I always had like a 30 rack of High Life because I still lived like I was in college. You just always had the worst beer in your fridge. By the way, I still love High Life though. It's not the worst beer, but a lot of people consider it one of the worst beers. But I'd have a 30 rack and I'd just pound 10 beers and just get drunk in my living room by myself. Like, that's an unhealthy behavior, and that's one reason why I quit that job. And it was weird how like I stopped doing that often when I stopped working there. Crazy. You're neglecting important relationships and missing out on critical social time. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. You should listen to your body. I've been a long advocate of a work-life balance. For example, I don't believe in answering emails on the weekend or late into the night. For me, taking time off is to do absolutely nothing is a vital as the hours we work on the clock. I can't agree with that more. Like, I mean, I know I'm putting this podcast out late and stuff like that, but like, this is like another thing. I love doing this. But it's sometimes time consuming, obviously. And this weekend, I completely pushed it all off because I wanted to just have the time to do this fun stuff I was doing. And you have to do that sometimes. Sometimes you just like, you sacrifice. And now I'm pressing to get this out, but you sacrifice that for the good time, for the fun, you know? And doing nothing. It's crazy as you get older how you have to schedule to do nothing. Like, I remember, like, growing up, like, the amount of times I just sat in, like, a basement, and I thought I was bored. But then I'd, like, realize how peaceful it was that I was just doing nothing. I had nothing on the schedule. I feel, I mean, even as a kid, you have that jam-packed schedule, really. You're regimented right away. I mean, you start school 6 years old, so you're already just being pushed into you have these time things. And then you get into sports right away at a pretty early age, or most people do. And you just, like, this idea of downtime almost frightens you. At least sometimes it does to me. Like, when I'm sitting around doing nothing or just have free time to do something I like playing video games or whatever, I almost feel guilty. Like, I'm like, why do I have this amount of free time? Like, there must be something I'm not doing, which is the wrong feeling to have. You should be able to just have nothing to do and just chill out. But sometimes you get tricked into that. My point is, as we all need downtime and listen to our bodies when we are running on all cylinders, your adrenaline will keep you pushing ahead despite unhealthy physical symptoms of cropping up. Yeah, it is a pretty dangerous thing. I always find that to be an interesting part, though, is like overworking yourself. It's a very brutal, slippery slope. So just give yourself some time, man. That's all it is. You give yourself a fucking little bit of room to breathe here and there, you know? Well, if you guys want to read more about that, the articles are always linked in the description below. I guess let's end on a fun one here. There's not much to read here, but I found these photos that I was just like, polar bears move into abandoned Arctic winter station photo essay. Look at that. Look at these bears. Now, I think whoever took these photos, I hope these are zoomed in, because if you're getting that close to wild polar bears in what is now considered their den, probably, they'll fuck you up. They're not super friendly to people, okay? Look how big that fucking sucker's head is, and that thing is glaring. That thing wants to eat. It wants to. Polar bears don't want to be fed. They want to hunt. Okay, that is a crazy thing. Also, I hope these bears actually tell the weather. Like, I hope they're messing with old weather station equipment and they're just trying to figure out the way. But what if polar bears are up there gonna solve the global warming crisis? They're the ones who are having their habitats destroyed because of global warming. I think they have the most incentive to make it happen. You know, to make sure we stop it. And they're gonna use this weather equipment in these houses to figure out what's going on. See, he's coming out. He's like, it's a little warmer today. We're gonna have to do some more research. And these guys are trying to make sure you stay out. They're getting important research done, okay? Look at this guy. He's sad. The world's melting. And he's at this weather station trying to find the answers why, you know? He's looking through old file cabinets, trying to figure it out, put the data together, why ice caps are melting. You know, he's gonna figure it out. This is when the polar bears will take over. But also, I haven't read any of this. It's probably a very sad article. That's a good looking picture right there. Look at that. That's just a good boy right there. That's just a good boy or girl right there. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but that's just a good old bear right there, just chilling. Yeah, fun stuff. You can read about what that is. I'm sure it's not a fun or a heartfelt article. I'm sure it has to do with a lot of overflow or polar ice cap melting. I'm sure it's very, very biblical and very alarming. But hey, the photos are kind of cool, and it now makes you think why the Goldilocks and the Three Bears might have been real. You know, I get where that story comes from. Bears took over a cabin. There was a small girl in there, and they just ate her. You know, that's what really happened. It's not all porridge and sleeping in a bed and taking a nap. You know, but it is what it is, guys. Thanks for listening. Not worth the time. If you like this episode, you should go check out more stuff at punninggame.com. That's right, punninggame.com is where you can find content for all our different shows. You got this show, Who Gives a F, the Empty Parlor, the Backlogs of Things About Stuff. Oh man, there's a bunch of other ones. I just blanked on them, but yeah, you can check out all the backlogs of all those content, and then we got new stuff coming at you every week. So check out all that fun stuff. If you want to watch the podcast, go over to YouTube, search Comic Wade Taylor, and subscribe, all that good stuff that they tell you to do. You've heard it all 1,000 times. Do whatever you want, you know. But definitely subscribe to this podcast on any of your platforms that you listen to. And check me out on social media, Wade Taylor _WGAF. Follow me there and putting out fun stuff every week. And then don't forget to head over to the Punning Game shop where you're at punninggame.com. Get yourself a hoodie, t-shirts, whatever you want to help support the shows you love here on punninggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod. That gives you free shipping at checkout. So don't forget to use that. No shows coming up yet, guys, but I'll let you know as soon as I got something going on. But other than that, guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. Thanks for listening, and remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.